Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're bringing you another great lesson about sports, part of our sports series.
That's right. And in this lesson, we are talking about maybe the world's most favorite sport.
Right. One of the most popular sports in the world, soccer, or also known as football in other countries.
Yes.
Okay, so before we get started with this great lesson, let's take a look at some of the words we'll find in the dialogue in Vocabulary Preview.
Vocabulary Preview.
We're going to look at 3 words here. The first word is wingman.
Wingman.
A wingman.
Now, wingman isn't really related to soccer in any way.
Okay.
But it's a way of referring to somebody as your right hand.
So your helper.
Your helper, your number one guy.
Okay.
Right?
So a wingman is someone who helps you a lot.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay. Our next word, tied.
Tied.
They are tied.
They are tied. Now, this is an interesting word because tie can be a noun, verb, and an adjective, right?
Exactly. So in this case, they are tied. It's an adjective meaning...
They have the same score.
Okay. And a tie is...
Is a game that has ended with no winner or loser. Both of them had the same score.
Exactly. And so obviously the verb to tie is to reach the same score as your other team.
Exactly.
All right. Well, our third word can also be used as a noun and a verb, and it is foul.
Fouled.
Fouled.
Okay, so to foul somebody
is to do something to them that is not allowed in the sport.
Okay. And so when you do this, you have committed a foul.
Exactly.
Okay, so you use it in the same way, to foul or a foul. Interesting.
Well, we're going to hear these 3 words in context now. So why don't we listen to our soccer dialogue?
Welcome back, soccer fans. My name is Rick Fields, and as always, I am joined by my commentating wingman, Bob Copeland.
And we're on the brink of soccer history today, as Ecuador and Brazil are tied 1-1 as we begin the second half of the 2022 World Cup.
The ref calls the players for the kickoff, and here we go. Ecuador quickly passes the ball to the midfield, but it's out of bounds.
That'll be a throw-in for Brazil. Adriano has the ball and makes a long pass to Robinho, and the ref has called him offside.
No question about it, he was offside by a mile. We have a goal kick for Ecuador. Edison Mendez heads it to Valencia. He shoots. Deflected by the defender, and we have a corner kick.
Delgado takes the corner. We have a foul. Oh no, Dida, the goalkeeper, has fouled the Ecuadorian player. He gets a yellow card, and that will be a penalty kick.
This is the perfect opportunity for Ecuador to get ahead in this match and become world champions. He gets ready for the kick, he shoots, and he...
Okay, so Ecuador tied with Brazil in the 2022 World Cup.
Wow, Marco, I'm really happy to see that you are able to see so far into the future.
Well, I called it. So in 2022, if we do win the World Cup, you know who said it first.
All right. Do you have money on that?
Yes. All right. So apart from this, we saw some really great vocabulary in this lesson. So let's take a look at it now in Language Takeaway.
Language Takeaway.
All right, we've got a lot of soccer words for you, but they're all important. So let's take a look at the first one. Kickoff.
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 So a kickoff.
This is how you start a soccer game, right?
Right. So it's the very beginning, the referee blows the whistle, and you kick the ball to another player. That's the kickoff.
Okay. So our next phrase, out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Okay. Out of bounds. This is a great word.
So in soccer, when the ball goes out of bounds, it goes outside the white lines, right?
Outside of the playing field.
Okay.
And you can use it in all other sports. You can use it in basketball. You can use it in tennis.
Or football or anything.
Right. So any part that is not for playing.
Out of bounds.
What's our next word?
Throw in.
A throw in.
A throw in.
Okay. So a throw-in. The ball goes out of bounds.
Uh-huh.
How do you put it back into play?
Obviously, a throw-in.
Okay, so you throw in the ball. That's the only time where a soccer player will actually grab the ball with his hands.
All right, now another soccer term we have here, offside.
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 Okay, so this is a little bit difficult to explain, but just imagine you're on the soccer field
Uh-huh.
and you are trying to score a goal. Now
Okay.
you have some defenders, right?
Right.
Those are the people who are trying to take the ball away. And you pass the ball to somebody who is behind the defenders.
Oh, and that person is offside.
Exactly. So you must be at all times in the same position as the defenders or in front of them, but you can't be all the way in the back.
Okay, so is this a noun or a verb or an adjective?
So this is an adjective. He is offside. That's his condition.
Okay, great. Excellent explanation, Marco. Thank you.
All right.
Now we're going to look at 3 different phrases for 3 types of kicks in soccer.
Okay. So let's take a look at this. The first one is goal kick.
A goal kick.
Okay, goal kick.
So who does the goal kick?
It's usually the goalie or the goalkeeper
All right.
who takes the goal kick.
Okay, so when the goalie kicks the ball. Mm-hmm. Now, what about a corner kick?
Okay, so if the team is attacking and the ball goes out of bounds in the back area near the goal, then they get a corner kick. They got to kick the ball from the corner of the field.
This is a great chance to score a goal, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, and our final kick, a penalty kick.
Penalty kick.
Penalty kick.
So if a player gets fouled while he is in the area near the goal,
Okay.
he gets a penalty kick. So basically it's just him. I think it's 13 or 15 steps away from the goalie. And he gets the opportunity to score or to kick the ball.
So there are no defenders or other players in the way.
Nobody.
Wow, another great chance to score a goal.
Right.
All right, well, these are all great soccer words, and I think we should hear them again in context. So let's listen, this time a little bit slower.
Welcome back, soccer fans. My name is Rick Fields, and, as always, I am joined by my commentating wingman, Bob Copeland.
And we're on the brink of soccer history today, as Ecuador and Brazil are tied 1-1 as we begin the second half of the 2022 World Cup.
The ref calls the players for the kickoff, and here we go. Ecuador quickly passes the ball to the midfield, but oh, it's out of bounds.
That will be a throw-in for Brazil. Adriano has the ball and makes a long pass to Rubinho, and the ref has called him offside.
No question about it. He was offside by a mile. We have a goal kick for Ecuador. Edison Mendez heads it to Valencia. He shoots. Deflected by the defender, and we have a corner kick.
Delgado takes the corner, and we have a foul. Oh no. Dida, the goalkeeper, has fouled the Ecuadorian player. He gets a yellow card, and that will be a penalty kick.
This is the perfect opportunity for Ecuador to get ahead in this match and become world champions. He gets ready for the kick. He shoots. And he...
All right, so we heard these words that we were talking about in context, and now some really interesting phrases came up, and this would be a good time to take a look at them in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Well, Marco, there are 3 great phrases in this dialogue that I want to look at. The first one, on the brink of.
We are on the brink of.
We're on the brink of soccer history.
Okay, so on the brink of, what exactly does that mean?
Well, why don't we hear some examples to help us understand the meaning?
Example 1.
Look, we don't have any money. We're on the brink of going bankrupt.
Example 2.
The two countries are on the brink of war.
Example 3.
We're on the brink of an important discovery.
All right, so great examples. On the brink of, at a critical point.
Exactly. It means you're almost there, right?
Okay, yeah, very good. And what about this next phrase that I saw, and it was really interesting? No question about it.
No question about it.
No question about it.
No question about it.
All right, so this is a statement that doesn't really make much sense. But what am I saying when I say, oh, no question about it?
You're saying, I agree. There is no doubt. You're right.
You're right. Okay.
Well, let's give some examples. I could say, there's no question about it. Ecuador is a great soccer team.
There is no question about that. All right, so, or you can say, no question about it. Our company makes the best products on the market.
Okay, so really useful phrase that you can use in sports or anywhere else.
Okay. And now let's take a look at our last phrase for Fluency Builder, and it's a really good one to exaggerate a little bit.
Okay.
By a mile.
By a mile.
By a mile.
So he was offside by a mile.
Right. So the commentator is saying that he was very offside.
That it was really obvious.
Right. So you can use that also in different contexts, maybe not in sports.
Okay. So maybe we can say our company is ahead of all the others by a mile.
Right. Or if you tell somebody to guess your age and they say, oh, I think you are 42.
Oh, you could say you're off by a mile.
Right.
So you're really, really wrong.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a way of exaggerating a little bit.
Yes, and saying it's really obvious.
Right.
Well, 3 awesome phrases, and I think it will help us to hear them one more time. So let's listen to the dialogue.
Welcome back, soccer fans. My name is Rick Fields, and as always, I am joined by my commentating wingman, Bob Copeland.
And we're on the brink of soccer history today as Ecuador and Brazil are tied 1-1 as we begin the second half of the 2022 World Cup.
The ref calls the players for the kickoff, and here we go. Ecuador quickly passes the ball to the midfield, but it's out of bounds.
That'll be a throw-in for Brazil. Adriano has the ball and makes a long pass to Robinho. And the ref has called him offside.
No question about it, he was offside by a mile. We have a goal kick for Ecuador. Edison Mendez heads it to Valencia. He shoots. Deflected by the defender, and we have a corner kick.
Delgado takes the corner. We have a foul. Oh no, Dida, the goalkeeper, has fouled the Ecuadorian player. He gets a yellow card, and that will be a penalty kick.
This is the perfect opportunity for Ecuador to get ahead in this match and become world champions. He gets ready for the kick, he shoots, and he...
Okay, well, as you all may know, soccer is a very popular sport, especially in Latin America.
That's right. And your favorite team, Ecuador, are they really this good in soccer? Are they really going to win the 2022 Cup?
Well, maybe not. Well, actually, Ecuador has improved with time, but usually it's the strong teams like Argentina and Brazil who dominate the region, right?
Right.
But yeah, hopefully we'll make it next time.
Okay, well, I have my money on Ecuador and
For 2022.
But yeah, not on Canada. There's no hope for us.
Well, Canada is doing really well now. They actually beat Mexico, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, actually, that sort of, yeah, I kind of remember that now. But I think there's no hope for us to beat Brazil or Argentina, one of these big countries.
We have the next World Cup coming up, so it's really exciting, and I don't know who's going to win.
All right, well, listeners, who do you think is going to win? Who is the best soccer team out there?
Right. There are really good soccer teams, although some countries aren't really known for their soccer, like Russia. You don't really hear too much soccer from Russia.
Really?
Or from China, is for that.
I wonder how popular it is in these countries.
Soccer is more than just a sport. It's a world of passion, excitement, and connection. And for English learners, it's also a great way to learn real, useful language. Every time a game is played, you can hear words and phrases that help you speak better English. That's why in this episode, we're going to dive into the world of soccer. Not just to enjoy the game, but to learn the words and expressions that native speakers use all the time, both on and off the field. Let's begin with a word you'll hear often in any soccer match: kickoff. This is the word used when a game starts. Imagine the referee blows the whistle and a player kicks the ball to begin the match. That's the kickoff. You can also use this word in other situations. For example, in everyday English, someone might say, let's kick off the meeting, meaning let's start it. It's a great way to describe the beginning of anything. Another common phrase is out of bounds. This happens when the ball goes outside the white lines on the field. When it's out of bounds, the game must stop and the ball has to be returned to play. But out of bounds is also used in life. If someone says something rude or does something they shouldn't, you can say that was out of bounds. It means it was not acceptable. Let's continue with a move called a throw-in. When the ball goes out on the side of the field, a player throws it back in using both hands. That's a throw-in. It's one of the few times players can use their hands. This word is very specific to soccer, but it helps you learn how to build phrases with throw, like throw it away or throw in an idea. Now here's a more complex word, offside. If a player is behind the defenders when a teammate passes the ball, that player is offside. It's against the rules. This is tricky even for fans, but the idea is simple. You can't be too close to the goal without defenders near you when the ball is passed to you. The word offside also shows up in business or relationships when someone crosses the line or breaks a rule, like he made an offside comment in the meeting. Let's also talk about goal kick. This happens when the ball goes out of bounds near the goal and the goalkeeper kicks it back into play. You'll usually hear, it's a goal kick, and that means the defending team now controls the ball. The word goal is helpful in daily life, too. We often say, what's your goal? Or I want to reach my goal. It's a powerful word for success and motivation. Learning these soccer terms gives you more than sports knowledge. It gives you vocabulary you can use in daily life. These words aren't just for the field. They're part of everyday English. When you watch or listen to soccer, listen for them, and try to use them when you speak or write. That's how you turn sports into smart learning. Soccer is full of action, and every action brings new words to learn. One of the most exciting moments in any game is the corner kick. This happens when the ball goes out of bounds near the goal, but the defending team touched it last. The attacking team then kicks the ball from the corner of the field, hoping to score. It's a big chance to create a goal. In life, we also talk about being cornered or backed into a corner, which means feeling stuck with limited choices. So, the idea of a corner can be powerful both on the field and in conversation. Next is the penalty kick. When a player is fouled inside the penalty area near the goal, the other team gets a penalty kick. It's a one-on-one moment between the kicker and the goalkeeper, and it often changes the game. In real life, the word penalty means punishment. For example, he paid a penalty for being late, or there's a penalty fee for canceling your ticket. These phrases help you express consequences and rules clearly. Let's look at the word foul. In soccer, a foul is when someone breaks the rules in a way that's unfair or unsafe. Maybe they push another player or trip them. That's a foul. We also use this word outside of sports. For example, that smells foul means it smells very bad. Or, he said something foul means he used bad or offensive language. It's a word with strong meaning, and knowing it helps you sound more natural. Another great word is tied. When both teams have the same score, we say the game is tied. You might hear someone say, it's 2-2, they're tied. This is a good word to use in other situations, too. If two people finish a race at the same time, they tied. If two people have the same number of votes, they're tied. It's a short and simple word, but very useful. Let's not forget the role of the goalkeeper. This is the only player who can use their hands, and their job is to stop the other team from scoring. The goalkeeper is also called the goalie. In daily conversation, we sometimes use the idea of a keeper to talk about someone worth holding on to, like in relationships. She's a keeper. These connections make learning fun and meaningful. Then there's the defender. A defender tries to stop the other team from getting close to the goal. They protect their side and work closely with the goalkeeper. In life, a defender is someone who protects or supports a person or an idea. For example, she's a strong defender of animal rights. When you understand these words, you don't just enjoy the game more, you grow your language skills. Soccer gives you a fun way to practice English in action. You hear the words, see them happen, and then use them yourself. That's how real learning happens, not just from books, but from real-life experiences like watching a great game. Soccer is exciting not just because of the goals, but also because of the way people talk about the game. Fans, commentators, and players all use rich, colorful English that you can learn from. One great example is the phrase on the brink of. This means something is just about to happen. A team can be on the brink of winning or losing. In daily life, you might say, she's on the brink of a big decision, or we're on the brink of success. It means you're right at the edge of something important. Another useful phrase is no question about it. This is a strong way to say, I totally agree, or it's absolutely true. For example, no question about it. That was the best match of the season. Or, in everyday talk, no question about it. She's the best person for the job. This phrase helps you speak with confidence and show certainty. Sometimes people use exaggeration to make a point. In soccer, you might hear, he was offside by a mile. Of course, he wasn't really a mile away, but this shows it was very obvious. We often use by a mile in other ways, too. For example, they won the game by a mile, or that restaurant is better than the others by a mile. It's a great way to emphasize something strongly. Let's talk about the word match. A match is a game between two teams. In British English, they often say football match instead of soccer game. But match also has other uses. You can match colors, or say two people are a good match when they go well together. It's a word that fits many situations. Another term you'll hear is the pitch. This is the field where the game is played. In American English, we usually say field, but in soccer, especially in British English, it's called a pitch. You might also hear this word in business, where a pitch is a short presentation, like he gave a great sales pitch. A big event in soccer is the championship. This is the final game or tournament where the winner becomes the champion. We also use the word champion for someone who is the best or who fights for a cause. For example, she's a champion of education. And championship can describe a contest in many areas, not just sports. These words and phrases help you speak English with more depth and style. They make your language more colorful, more confident, and more connected to real situations. When you hear them during a soccer game, take a moment to think about how they work, and then try using them in your daily conversations. That's how you become not just a fan of the game, but also a champion in English. The way people talk during a soccer match can teach you a lot about how English is really spoken. One expression that often comes up is he shoots, he scores. It's simple, but it builds excitement. The verbs shoot and score are common in sports, but they're also useful in other parts of life. For example, in business, someone might say, we're hoping to score a big client, or she shot down the idea, meaning she rejected it. These action words add energy to your English. Let's also focus on how people describe what's happening in the game. Words like pass, head, and deflect are used in every match. Pass is when a player sends the ball to a teammate. But you can also pass something in daily life like pass me the salt or he passed the test. Head can be both a noun and a verb. In soccer, to head, the ball means to hit it with your head. In life, we say, I'm heading home, or she heads the department, meaning she leads it. Deflect means to change the direction of something. You might hear, he deflected the question, which means he avoided answering it directly. Now, think about what happens after someone scores a goal. The crowd celebrates, the players cheer, and the game changes. This moment is full of emotion and movement. You can use this excitement to learn phrases like get ahead, which means to move forward or gain an advantage. In soccer, a team gets ahead when they score more goals. In life, you can say, I want to get ahead in my career, or she's getting ahead by working hard. Another powerful word is opportunity. A penalty kick, for example, is a great opportunity to score. The same word is used in many areas of life. This job is a great opportunity, or don't miss your chance. It's a rare opportunity. Learning to recognize opportunity is not just useful in games, but in everything you do. You also hear a lot of emotion in soccer language. Words like amazing, unbelievable, what a moment, and incredible goal are common. These are words that express strong feelings. Try using them when you describe your own experiences. For example, that was an amazing trip, or it was an unbelievable movie. These words make your English sound more alive. By listening to soccer, you're not just learning about the game. You're learning how people express movement, emotion, success, failure, and excitement. These are the things that make language real and useful. Every pass, every goal, and every word is a chance to grow your English in a way that's active, natural, and fun. Soccer teaches more than vocabulary. It helps you understand how English is used in fast, real situations. One of the most important parts of any match is the referee, often called the ref. The referee controls the game, makes decisions, and gives out yellow or red cards when someone breaks the rules. In everyday English, people use the idea of a ref when talking about fairness or judgment. You might hear, we need someone to act like a ref and settle this argument. It means someone who can be fair and keep things in order. Then there's the yellow card, which is a warning, and the red card, which means the player must leave the game. These terms can also be used in fun or casual ways in conversation. For example, he got a yellow card from his boss for being late, or that comment deserved a red card. Using sports language like this helps you speak with creativity and humor. Let's talk about emotions during a match. When a team scores, fans say things like, what a goal. That was beautiful or unreal shot. These are not just about the goal. They're ways to express surprise, joy, or admiration. You can use these same expressions when you talk about things in your own life. For example, what a meal, when the food is great, or that was beautiful when you see something inspiring. These expressions make your English sound natural and full of feeling. Another great phrase is on fire. When a player is doing really well, you might hear, he's on fire today. This means he's performing at a very high level. In other areas of life, we say the same, she's on fire at work, or you're on fire with your ideas today. It's a way to show someone is doing something extremely well. Now, let's look at the word win. In soccer, every team wants to win, but winning is a word that goes beyond sports. You can win an argument, win a prize, or win someone's trust. You can even say, that smile really won me over, meaning it made you feel good about someone. Learning how to use the word win in different ways can make your English more powerful and flexible. There's also the word lose. Just like in soccer, sometimes people lose in life. You can lose a game, lose your keys, or lose hope. These are very human experiences, and using words like win and lose helps you talk about your life in a real, emotional way. This makes your English more honest and deep. When you hear a soccer match, you're listening to a mix of excitement, stress, action, and teamwork. All of these feelings are described with rich, useful language. By paying attention to what people say and how they say it, you learn to speak with confidence, feeling, and real-life meaning. And that's what makes learning English through soccer such a smart and rewarding choice. Soccer is more than a game. It's a global language, a shared experience that brings people together from every part of the world. And when you listen to the words used in soccer, You hear real English, fast, emotional, and full of action. That's why it's such a powerful tool for learning. One of the best things about soccer is how it teaches teamwork. Words like assist, support, cover, and communicate come up all the time during a match. A player assists when they help a teammate score. In everyday English, to assist means to help. For example, can you assist me with this project? Or, he assisted the customer politely. These words are practical and can be used in both formal and casual situations. You also hear about pressure during a match. The players are under pressure to perform. That word is used everywhere in English. Job pressure, family pressure, time pressure. Learning to talk about stress and pressure helps you describe your emotions clearly. You can say, I feel pressure to finish on time, or she works well under pressure. Another word you often hear in soccer is strategy. Teams don't just play, they plan. They think about how to attack, how to defend, and how to adapt. In life, people also use strategy to talk about making smart choices. What's your study strategy? Or, we need a good strategy for saving money. It's a strong, useful word that can help you sound thoughtful and prepared. Let's not forget about celebration. After a goal, the team celebrates. The fans cheer, the music plays, and the stadium comes alive. In English, the word celebrate is used in many ways. We celebrated her birthday, or let's celebrate our success. It's a joyful word that helps you talk about good moments in your life. Soccer also teaches us about fairness, effort, and resilience. Teams fight until the last minute. Players fall down, but they get up and keep playing. These ideas are important in language too. When you say never give up or keep going, you're using the same spirit you see in a tough match. These are real phrases people use to show support and strength. And then there's the word passion. Soccer fans are passionate. They care deeply about their teams. Passion means strong feelings and great energy. You can use it to describe anything you love. She has a passion for teaching, or his passion for music is amazing. Using words like this helps you speak with heart, not just with grammar. By learning from soccer, you're not only getting new words, you're learning how to express goals, teamwork, emotion, victory, and challenge. This makes your English not just correct, but full of life. And that's the kind of English people love to listen to. So next time you watch a match or hear someone talking about soccer, listen closely. The words you hear can help you speak better, think more clearly, and connect with people in real ways. Because learning English isn't just about rules. It's about real stories, real feelings, and real voices.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Wingman. On the brink. Tide. Kickoff. Throw in. No question about it. By a mile. Foul. Penalty kick. Goal kick. Corner kick. Out of bounds. Offside. Goalkeeper. Defender. Match. Pitch. Championship. Let's try that faster. Kickoff. defender, goal kick, on the brink, wingman, penalty kick, championship, offside, goalkeeper. No question about it. Out of bounds. Match. Tied. By a mile. Pitch. Throw in. Foul. Corner kick. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. On the brink. Look, we don't have any money. We're on the brink of going bankrupt. On the brink. The two countries are on the brink of war. On the brink. We are on the brink of an important discovery. No question about it. No question about it, Ecuador has a great soccer team. No question about it. There's absolutely no question about it. That was the best game of the series. No question about it. There's no question about it. We're in a recession now. By a mile. He missed the goal by a mile. By a mile. No, that's wrong. You're off by a mile. By a mile. The competition is ahead of us by a mile. We tied the game at 3-3. What an amazing game. It's a tie. We're tied for first place. Foul. Hey ref, that was a foul. Foul. Did you see that? Delgado fouled him as he tried to take a shot. Foul. The Brazilian player has several fouls.
When I was 14, something happened that completely changed the way I saw the game of soccer, and even the way I understood teamwork, pressure, and language. I still remember the exact moment. It was the day I played my first real championship match. Soccer, or football as we call it in my country, was more than just a game for us. It was a way of life. We didn't just watch matches, we lived them. Every alley, every schoolyard, every dusty patch of ground became a soccer pitch for us. And on that day, my team had made it to the local finals. We were tied for first place with a school from the other side of town. They were fast, strong, and confident. We knew it was going to be tough. I played right wing. I wasn't the star striker or the captain. I was more like the quiet wingman, the one who made the passes, set up the plays, and helped my teammates shine. I liked that role. I didn't need to score. I just wanted us to win. When we arrived at the stadium, I could feel my heart beating faster. The stands were packed with students, teachers, and families. Everyone was cheering. The referee blew the whistle, and we were at kickoff. The game started fast. The ball moved from one side of the pitch to the other. At first, we were nervous. We made some mistakes. One of our passes went out of bounds, and the other team got a throw in. But after a few minutes, we found our rhythm. Our goalkeeper made some great saves. Our defenders held the line. And when I got the ball, I ran up the right side and crossed it into the box. It almost led to a goal. But the whistle blew. Offside. That word hit hard. The striker had moved too early. The goal didn't count. I looked at the scoreboard. Still 0-0. We were holding on, but just barely. Then came the first real challenge. Their forward was fast. He rushed into our area, and one of our defenders went for the tackle. Too late. The referee blew the whistle again and pointed to the spot. Penalty kick. I could barely watch. The striker placed the ball, stepped back, and shot. He missed. The ball flew high over the crossbar. I let out a breath I didn't even know I was holding. We were still in the game. That moment taught me how quickly things can change in soccer. 1 second, you're safe. The next, you're defending a penalty. It's a game of moments, decisions, and reactions. And it was just getting started. We started the second half with more energy. Our coach had given us a quick talk during the break, reminding us to stay focused and keep our positions tight. Don't rush, he said. Play smart. Look for openings. The referee called us back onto the pitch, and the whistle blew again for kickoff. We passed the ball around carefully, trying to control the pace of the match. I could feel the pressure building. The other team was aggressive. They pressed hard, trying to force us to make mistakes. But we stayed calm. About 10 minutes into the half, our midfielder sent a long ball down the right side. It was coming straight toward me. I sprinted, reached it just before it rolled out of bounds, and crossed it low into the center. Our striker connected perfectly. The net moved. Goal. Or so we thought. The assistant referee raised his flag. Offside again. The crowd groaned. I looked at the replay screen on the side of the field. He had been just one step too far. Off by a mile. That's how the coach described it from the bench. He shook his head, but didn't say anything more. The other team took a goal kick, and the ball traveled far. Our defenders were ready, but one of their players jumped higher and headed it forward. Their forward got past our line again and went one-on-one with our goalkeeper. I held my breath. Our keeper dove low and blocked the shot with his legs. The ball bounced away and rolled near the corner. They got a corner kick. They took the kick quickly, but we managed to clear the ball. One of our players ran with it, fast on the counterattack. He passed it to me, and I sprinted forward with everything I had. A defender slid in hard from the side. I fell. Whistle. Foul. But no card. The referee gave us a free kick, not a penalty, because it happened just outside the box. I stood up, brushed the dirt off my legs, and backed up to take the kick. The ball was in a perfect spot, about 20 meters out, slightly to the right. I took a deep breath, ran forward, and hit it cleanly with my right foot. The ball curved beautifully in the air, but at the last second, the goalkeeper punched it away. It landed near the top of the box, where our captain was waiting. He took a shot. It hit the crossbar and bounced down, right on the line. The referee looked at his assistant. There was a moment of silence. Then he pointed to the center circle. Goal. No question about it. We were up 1-0. The crowd exploded in cheers. Our team jumped together, hugging and shouting. I looked over at the coach. He smiled and gave me a thumbs up. But there were still 20 minutes left. Anything could happen. Soccer can change in seconds. And we all knew it wasn't over yet. After we scored, the energy in the stadium changed completely. Our fans were louder, cheering every pass and tackle. The other side looked frustrated. You could see it in their faces. They weren't used to being behind. And now, they were desperate to tie the game. Our coach shouted instructions from the sideline, telling us to stay organized. We dropped back into a more defensive shape. I moved in closer to support the midfield, ready to help wherever I could. My job was no longer about creating chances. It was about protecting the lead. They pushed hard. Their midfielders started passing quicker, looking for gaps. We blocked most of their moves. But in the 68th minute, one of our defenders slipped. Their striker broke through and fired a powerful shot. Our goalkeeper dove again and stopped it. But he couldn't hold on. The ball bounced loose in front of the net, and their forward rushed in. Our center back tackled him hard. Another whistle. The referee ran over and didn't hesitate. He pointed to the spot again. Penalty kick. Our goalkeeper stood tall, bouncing lightly on his toes. The striker placed the ball, stepped back slowly, and stared at the net. You could feel the tension in the air. Everyone went quiet. He shot low to the left. Our keeper guessed right. He got a hand on it, but not enough. The ball hit the post and went in. They celebrated like they had just won the championship. I looked up at the scoreboard. 1-1. We were now tied. There were still 15 minutes left. Our team looked disappointed, but not defeated. We gathered near the center circle and reminded each other the match wasn't over. Then something unexpected happened. From the kickoff, we moved the ball quickly, catching them off guard. Our striker passed to our left wing, who ran past two defenders. He crossed it into the box, but their keeper came out and caught it. He tried to launch a fast counterattack. But as he kicked the ball, one of their defenders wasn't watching. The ball hit him and bounced straight up. I was nearby and reacted instantly. I controlled the ball, turned, and shot. It wasn't the strongest shot, but it was placed well, just inside the right post. Goal. But again, the flag went up. Offside. My heart dropped. It had been close, but I was ahead of the last defender by just a step. By a mile, the ref said with a small smile, shaking his head. I nodded. No argument. It was the right call. Still tied. Still fighting. And the clock was ticking. The final 10 minutes felt like a lifetime. Both teams were exhausted, but nobody was giving up. Every pass, every tackle, every whistle sounded louder than before. The match was completely open now. We were all pushing, all hoping to break the tie. They got a corner kick in the 83rd minute. Their number 10 sent a sharp ball into the box. Our goalkeeper jumped and punched it away, but it didn't go far. One of their midfielders got to it and took a powerful shot. It hit our defender and deflected wide. Another corner. This time we were ready. We cleared it out and regained possession. Our coach shouted, "Push forward. Last chance." We moved the ball quickly. I received a pass on the right wing and ran with it. A defender came at me fast, but I tapped the ball past him. I could feel the crowd rising as I got closer to the goal. I looked up and saw our striker making a run. I crossed the ball perfectly into the box. He jumped, headed it down, and it looked like it was going in. But their goalkeeper made an amazing save. He dove to the right and knocked away. The ball went out of bounds. We got a throw in. We didn't waste time. Our left midfielder took it quickly, passed it back to me, and I sent in another cross. This time, the ball bounced off a defender's foot. Another corner kick. Our captain stepped up to take it. We formed a tight group near the goal, trying to shake off their defenders. The referee whistled and raised his hand. The corner was taken. High, curling inward. I jumped but missed. The ball bounced near the penalty spot. One of our midfielders reached it first and shot with his left foot. It flew past the keeper, into the net. Goal? No. Whistle again. The referee pointed toward our player. Foul. He said there had been pushing in the box. No goal. No celebration. I looked at the clock. 2 minutes left. They took the goal kick, and the ball sailed into our half. We defended with everything we had. Our defenders slid, blocked, and cleared every ball. No one wanted to make a mistake now. We were all running on adrenaline. And then, just as the clock showed 90 minutes, we got one more chance. A defender fouled our striker near the edge of the box. Not a penalty, but close. Free kick. Everyone moved into position. The referee stepped away, blew his whistle, and our captain took the shot. It curved around the wall, dipping fast. It hit the bar, bounced down, landed on the line, and rolled out. The crowd gasped. So close. The whistle blew again. Full time. Still 1-1. We were going into extra time. The sun had started to fade, and the lights around the stadium turned on. The air felt heavier now, not just because it was late, but because both teams were carrying the weight of every missed chance, every mistake, every close moment. The match had turned into a mental game just as much as a physical one. We had 2 15-minute halves left, 30 more minutes to decide the winner before the dreaded penalty shootout. In the first half of extra time, we slowed the game down. We passed more, trying to keep the ball and control the tempo. Nobody wanted to take unnecessary risks. Everyone knew that a single mistake could end everything. 5 minutes in, we got a throw in near their goal. I moved into position, and the ball came my way. I controlled it with one touch and passed it to our midfielder. He spotted our striker making a run behind the defense. The pass was perfect. Our striker controlled the ball, took one step, and shot low into the corner. The stadium held its breath. The net moved. We thought it was in, but the referee's assistant had his flag raised again. Offside. No question about it. He had gone a step early. Our coach dropped his head. That had been our best chance yet. We pressed on. Tired legs, tired minds, but still fighting. They countered quickly. One of their midfielders sprinted down the left and crossed the ball in. Their forward got to it first. He shot hard, but our goalkeeper was in the right place. He blocked it with his chest and caught the rebound. The crowd cheered wildly. He stood up, took a deep breath, and launched the ball across the pitch. We chased it down, trying to create something before the break. But time ran out. The whistle blew. Still tied. We gathered again, breathing heavily, heads down. Our coach clapped his hands. 15 more minutes. That's all. One chance. One moment. Go take it. We looked at each other. Some faces were red from exhaustion. Some eyes were filled with frustration. But no one had given up. The final half of extra time began. We played with everything we had left. The passes were slower now. The runs weren't as sharp. But we kept moving, kept believing. In the 111th minute, I saw it. A tiny space opened up between two of their defenders. I ran into it, and our midfielder saw me. He passed the ball through just in time. I reached it. I was inside the box. I looked up. The goalkeeper was rushing toward me. I took the shot. The ball left my foot quickly, too quickly for me to think. I had aimed low toward the far post. Time seemed to slow down as the ball slid across the grass, the goalkeeper diving at full stretch. And then it happened. The net rippled. The sound of the ball hitting the back of the goal was soft, but to me, it was the loudest thing I'd ever heard. Goal. Real this time. No flag. No whistle. Nothing to stop the celebration. I didn't even know what to do at first. I stood frozen, staring at the net, my heart pounding. Then I turned, and my teammates were already running toward me, screaming, smiling, jumping. We all piled into one big messy hug. The coach on the sideline had his hands in the air, cheering with everything he had left. The fans were on their feet, shouting my name, waving flags, clapping like crazy. We were ahead, 2-1, and there were just 9 minutes left. After the restart, we went straight into defense mode. Our coach shouted for everyone to fall back and hold the line. They attacked us hard. They got a corner kick, a free kick, even a long throw-in near the box. But we blocked every chance. Our defenders were like a wall. Our goalkeeper caught everything that came near him. Minute by minute, we held on. When the fourth official showed 2 extra minutes on the board, we just nodded. We could do this. They made one last push, one final long pass into our box. Our goalkeeper jumped, caught it, fell to the ground, and held the ball. Then the sound we had all been waiting for. The final whistle. We had won. We were champions. I lay on the grass, completely exhausted, staring up at the lights. I could barely feel my legs, but I'd never felt more alive. Teammates hugged me. Our coach came over, speechless but proud. Later that evening, as we lifted the trophy, I thought about every part of that game. The kickoff, the offside calls, the fouls, the pressure of extra time, and that final shot. Soccer is more than just a sport. It's a test of patience, focus, teamwork, and heart. And on that day, we gave it everything we had.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Wingman. On the brink. Tide. Kickoff. Throw in. No question about it. By a mile. Foul. Penalty kick. Goal kick. Corner kick. Out of bounds. Offside. Goalkeeper. Defender. Match. Pitch. Championship. Let's try that faster. Kickoff. Defender. Goal kick. On the brink. Wingman. Penalty kick. Championship. Offside. Goalkeeper. No question about it. Out of bounds. Match. Tide. By a mile. Pitch. Throw in. Foul. Corner kick. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. On the brink. Look, we don't have any money. We're on the brink of going bankrupt. On the brink. The two countries are on the brink of war. On the brink. We are on the brink of an important discovery. No question about it. No question about it, Ecuador has a great soccer team. No question about it. There's absolutely no question about it. That was the best game of the series. No question about it. There's no question about it. We're in a recession now. By a mile. He missed the goal by a mile. By a mile. No, that's wrong. You're off by a mile. By a mile. The competition is ahead of us by a mile. We tied the game at 3-3. What an amazing game. It's a tie. We're tied for first place. Foul. Hey ref, that was a foul. Foul. Did you see that? Delgado fouled him as he tried to take a shot. Foul. The Brazilian player has several fouls.